All right, hold on. A little bit of a technical difficulties. I'm just making sure that I'm on and making sure y'all can hear me. It's always something. All right, y'all can hear me. All right. And let me just tweet out the stream. Let me tweet out the stream. What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? Thank you for coming through. Thank you, everybody who is here, who is watching. If you can, please hit the like button. That would be like amazing for me if you hit the like button. Um, hold on, y'all. And I'm sharing it on Twitter, but Twitter suppresses every link that I share. Like it's just ridiculous. Like it's even more ridiculous. Like let's even make a joke about it. Hold on, I'm live. Check out my last tweet. What's even more ridiculous about it is to pay for the service and only to be suppressed. Like, who pays to be suppressed, right? Isn't that like really ridiculous, right? But yeah, that's what I do. I pay to be suppressed. All right, it's all good though. Okay. Billy, Cindy, oh my goodness. Hey guys, how are you? All right, great. I'm glad you guys hear me. All right, so we're gonna keep it not too. It's not gonna be too long tonight. I have to use the phone to read comments because I set up the live. So when you set up the live, you can't just see the comments on the screen. I don't know, you guys. I'm trying to be technical. I'm still learning and everything. Okay, but thank you guys for coming through. So um we're not going to be too long. We're just going to wrap up the week. We're going to wrap up the week because it has been a hectic week. Like it has. I hate when I'm nervous. Like I'm still, why did I been doing this for 2 years? And I still get nervous when I come on here. I'm being mad candid. All right. It's been a hectic week, but like I said, we're going to wrap it up, but we're not going to get too deep with it because it's Friday. We've made it. It's Friday. I'm happy to see you guys here. Um, Everybody's been through their own personal obstacles, I'm sure. And also, we've had obstacles mainstream. Excuse me. So sorry. So sorry. Um, so hold on. It's funny. People text me at the wrong time. My brother's texting me. Okay. So yeah, obstacles mainstream. It's just been obstacles, but we made it. It's Friday. It's Friday. So let's just wrap up and have a good time. So like I said, it's been a crazy week. So to be candid, even about myself, this week, at work, I had my contract just kind of end abruptly. It's okay. I will be okay because, thank God I'm a nurse. I'm an agency nurse. So I know how to pick up and just keep it moving. But, when you don't expect that to happen and then there's a disagreement at work and then all of a sudden, boom, don't come back. So that's what happened. And so, like, that's already been an obstacle. But it's all good. I'm alive. Like I said, I'm praying and making plans, so I'll be fine. But I like to get candid with y'all a little bit because, obviously, like I'm not gonna come here and start sobbing and boo-hooing, right? But I think that a lot of times people, like what we do here on YouTube, people will call it influencing. I don't want to call myself that necessarily, but people try to make it seem like, yeah, life is great. It's perfect. Everything is fine. Everything's going good. I'm not one of those. Like everybody has something that happens. So I share a little bit because we all have something going on. So like I said, I'm not going to just open up and just say everything, but we all have something going on and we all have something we have to get through and it's okay. We can, right? So that's what happened. By next week, I'll be in another assignment. I'll be fine. So I wanted to tell you guys that. So let's get the heavy stuff out the way. Metalopoly. Oh, yay, you got my live stream. Thank you for coming through. Everybody who's coming through, please hit the like button. Even if you can't stay long, hit the like button, please. All right. So let's go ahead and get the heavy stuff out of the way. I wrote down some of the stuff I wanted to talk about. So we already, we're gonna start with it's just chords everywhere. Like I really need to figure this thing out. Like I'm being mad Haitian with my setup. Okay. Um I can say that because I'm Haitian. No. Hold on. So let's share the screen. All right. So, like I said, this week has been. I got some notifications. Hold on, y'all. Hopefully, nobody said anything crazy. Thank you, Common Idiot, for following me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Um, okay, people are seeing the tweets. So I set up a bookmark so we can do tonight's live and just kind of go straight forward with everything. Yes, that is Tyrese. We'll talk about him later. We got Bricks, everything else going on. So, of course, this week, how did we start? The week we started with the whole trans issue with the trans shooter, right? So, hold on, because I, of course, forgot to get. All right, boom. Actually, I did put this on. So here's a picture of the trans shooter. So that was what happened. And it's funny. I'm like calling her the trans shooter, but that is what I call her. So anyway, on what was this Monday? Yeah, it was Monday. Um, you know, a female who thinks that she identified as a man walked into a school, a Christian school, and laid out not what was it, six people, three children and three adults. Of course, that was very sad. It's very terrible. It's really sad. And I thought maybe, and so when they said that it was a female who did it, they said it was a female who did it, and I was like, I feel like that's a man who's dressed as a female, because this is the world that we live in, right? But I didn't say anything like on Twitter. I didn't say anything, but this is the world that we live in. And then, but I was like, I could just see it, especially because it was a Christian school. I was like, I really could just see this. And then it came out that it was a female identifying as a man. So it was still some confusion. Okay, now I really thought with this, I said, wow, this is really one that they're not going to be able to they're not going to be able to go straight to the pew pews about this. I have to use words like this. I can't even speak regular English on YouTube. But anyway, I was like, they're not going to be able to go straight to the pew pews about this situation, and come to find out, like they still did. I was just shocked. I was like, how is the media like dead serious saying, oh, it's the pew pews, and that's it. And then even worse, excuse me, even worse, um they also now, like CBS is they banning the use of the transgender label in the shooter coverage. Like it's also hold on, sorry y'all. Um it's so it's so hypocritical, right? Like cuz I thought we were supposed to give them hey Sage, I thought we were supposed to give them their attention, they're trans and everything. Oh, but they did something bad now, so we can't use the label. Like what is this? Um, hold on. I don't think that anybody's and look. So, all right, Jeff Charles says, by the way, did y'all know the Nashville shooter obtained her firearms illegally? Um, She hid evidence of her mental illness, still got the guns. So why are some arguing for red flags for transgenders again? I haven't seen anybody really argue for that though. So like I'm noticing people are saying something about that, but I really haven't seen anybody really argue about that, because that would be silly if conservatives are starting to say like, oh, we need to put the mental health red flag laws and all that, like because that they're going to say that you have mental health issues, right? So, and I'm still not arguing for red flag laws at all, like because who's the arbiter of a mental health issue? Um, and when I say that, I mean like they'll say even a regular anxiety. That's technically that has a DSM-5 on it, and I'm exhibiting signs of anxiety right now, right? So, but I don't think that I have a mental health issue that I couldn't have a pew pew, right? So I wouldn't even say that, but we do need to discuss the people behind the gun. So the people behind the pew pew, and that's the issue that people aren't paying attention to, or well, the mainstream media, they won't pay attention to it. Everybody says, oh, we need to get rid of the pew pews. The pew pew is the issue. That pew pew doesn't just get up on its own and start dropping people. It doesn't. And if a person wants to hurt somebody, they can use a car, they can use a knife. When they said we got to ban assault weapons, I'm like, my coffee table can be an assault weapon. Like, what are these broad terms? So I'm not with that at all. Now, so let me go back to but what ends up happening though, this whole situation has gotten to like a place of insanity. And when I say that, it's like they're just paying attention to one thing. So they're afraid now. They're saying stuff like, we're afraid for the trans community. And here we go. So this is Donald Trump Jr. who tweeted this. He said, honestly, F off. I've seen exactly zero sympathy for the Christian children shot up by the trans sociopath this weekend from the Biden admin. That is so true. Instead, I've seen a lot of victim blaming and empathy for the sociopathy coming from a growing militant part of this community. So, and here you go. Here's Karine Jean-Pierre.
And one of the things that we saw during the midterm elections is that people don't want their freedoms to be taken. They want us to fight for their freedoms. And so it is shameful, it is disturbing, and our hearts go out to the trans community as they are under attack right now. But
I need people to stop saying that this community is under attack. Like, I really need people to stop saying that. You have Joy Reid, who, as a matter of fact, let me go on my, what I hate is that I set up the whole bookmark and I'm going to move somewhere else on Twitter. But anyway, so you have Joy Reid who says dumb stuff like that too. Like, hold on. Yeah, I've been tweeting a lot. There's been a lot going on. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Damn, it's been a lot going on. Joy Reid, who says she says the same thing. Everybody keeps talking about this. The trans community is under attack. We have to stop with this.
Show that violence against transgender people. There are statistics that show that violence against transgender people was already high. 2.5 times more likely to be victims of violence than cisgender people. From 2017 to 2021, the number of trans people murdered more than doubled. 73% have been killed with a gun.
Okay, so when she says these silly numbers, first of all, that first part, 2.5 times more likely to be victim of violence than cisgender people. By whose standards? First of all, what is cisgender? Yo, there's a word I can't stand. I can't stand it. Cisgender. I'm not using it. By people. Okay, how about that? I'm not using cisgender. I don't know what that is. I wasn't taught that in nursing school. I wasn't taught cisgender. It sounds like a boil, like a cyst. I'm not a cyst. Okay, now, but she's saying that they're 2.5 times more likely to be ended, victims of violence than people. Yet I live in Philadelphia, and most of the people being erased here at a rapid and exponential rate is not trans. Like, they're not trans. Like, I have not seen, I don't want them to be trans. I don't want them to even be getting erased, but they're not trans people. They're not. So where are these numbers coming from? Where are they coming from? And it's dangerous. From 2017 to 2021, the number of transgender people murdered more than doubled. More than doubled, right? Okay, so more than doubled. So maybe there was 2 in 2017 and now there's 5. Because I don't know. So I did an episode like this on my channel where it's called Black Trans Lives Matter. Yeah. And in the episode, you got Jazz from I Am Jazz, the show I Am Jazz, which is nothing but just a unlimited bowl of resource when it comes to this whole genre. Like, the Munchausen by proxy borderline personality disorder that is going on in that house is something that people will write books about in the future. But anyway, she puts on this, this charity for the Black trans, because now, Black trans lives matter, right? And she's saying like these people were killed just because they were trans. Like, no, but then I went back and I looked, and one of the people, they don't even know why she was killed. Again, the person really did look like a girl. Again, I don't want people to get ended. I don't, right? So people shouldn't be getting ended, period. But don't tell me that they were ended just because they were trans, or they might have just been standing in the wrong place at the wrong time. What about all the babies that get ended for no reason? Why is this all of a sudden a thing? You know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up, traditions? What's up, salty butterbags is here. I see everybody's here. Thank you. You guys, if you're coming through, please just hit the like button. Even if you can't stay long, just hit the like button. That really does help. You know what I mean? It gets the message out. It gets people, to come to the channel and see what's going on. Okay. I thank y'all. I do. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, oh, the trans, we have to continue. You know how many toddlers were ended by lead injection? But nobody's talking about that, right? We have to stop saying this. They're not even 2.5 times more likely than people to be ended by violence. It's just, matter of fact, here's the video. This is the video that I made. And the stuff that they say in this video, like, it's just, well, I'll just go ahead and just check a little
Black
bit.
trans lives matter.
Black trans lives matter.
Black trans lives matter.
Or triplets.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
Sandra and I really wanted to create a mural so that the event has a long-lasting impact.
I'm not going to play the whole thing, okay? I just want you to hear her say, yeah, jazz sometimes is like, like a girl's, my eyes see what they see, like I'm not going to go out of my way, but also too, if I remember to say him, like nobody could ever tell me, like, oh, you misgendered me, like it's some sort of like crime. Like, nah, like, no, you don't get to control my speech. We should have been saying no long time ago. Anyway, hold on.
Cleo, Alexis, Tony, and Bree.
And I mean, look at this person, like gained a whole extra 100 pounds after the slashing.
Those are the names of the 4 people who are being depicted on the wall. All Black trans people who were murdered for just being their authentic self.
These people were just murdered for just being themselves. Are we sure about that? Somebody could have died, right? And so that's what I say. So now in the end, when they go and they talk about, hold on. This one wasn't that long, which is cool. They talk about a particular
Alexis
person.
Braxton, who was murdered.
Give me icon. Black transgender woman killed in Miami. The rate of violence against Black transgender women so far this year is devastating. Kimmy was a treasured member to her community and did not deserve to have her life cut short. All right. So now when, we must speak up, all that to affirm that Black trans lives matter, because we're always looking for humans to affirm our existence. But when you look, not much is currently known about the circumstances surrounding Alexis's death. It's not cool. It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Alexis might have just been standing there and got caught in a crossfire. It's not cool to keep doing this. It's not cool. So that's what I go into in that episode. And then also, I talk about how Gabrielle Union said at the NAACP Awards, she talked some, black trans people are being hunted and murdered in this country. That is so not, nobody has time to hunt a trans person. Nobody cares. We never cared. We didn't care until the legislation started coming out that we had to peel back the children's genitals. So now it's like, well, what's going on? Right? Nobody cared. I worked with trans people before. They was chilling. They didn't even care. You had to like know them to know they were trans. I mean, like I could tell, but like they didn't talk about it except for with their like closest friends. So, and to go back to the bookmarks again, and to speak to, and this is why Black folk, man, y'all had no business even getting involved with this. Like, I laugh about it. I think it's actually hilarious. Okay, so now, excuse me, but to even speak about the Black trans part, this man was ended by that trans person. And this person, John K. Amanchuku Sr., asked a very good question. A Black man was pew-pewed down by a white person in Nashville at a Christian school. His name is Mike Hill. Where's BLM? Where's Jesse Jackson? Y'all, Jesse cannot go to any more marches. All right, they keep picking that man's corpse up. I'm sorry, God forgive me, but I mean, wow. Anyway, where's Reverend Crook Sharpton? Where's Attorney Crook Crump? Where are all the no justice, no peace chants? Oops, I guess he said, oops, they only protest when it's a non-trans white shooter. I get it. Yeah, rest in peace to this man. But yeah, where's everybody? But that's the thing. It was never for you. Communism is not for you. Black folk, Marxism is not for you. It's not. It's not, because guess what? Once again, you got distracted. You got distracted with this whole BLM, and they stomped on the backs of dead Black men in order to push this trans agenda. And it's working. The donations went there and everything. You know, and so now you got a bunch of kids. I'm about to wrap this up, and here we go, screaming. They are kids. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And the problem is that a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these people, they love the NS. They love the NS, so they're just out there for the NS. Y'all know what NS is. All right. So I'm going to call them NSers. These are NSers. They don't know why they out there. They just hear, you know what they here for? They hear white man doing bad and they figure, oh, it's racist immediately. Do you even know the legislation? When they call it gender affirming care for kids, there's nothing careful about it. It's mutilation surgery. It's elective wound to the child's genital area. It's terrible. It really is. I'm telling you as a nurse, there's no way. This is not normal. It's not normal. That person will never feel like the other gender after that surgery. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I know. It's like, how can you sit here and guarantee something like that? How can you guarantee that case? Because you don't know everybody. Did you do a survey? Blah, blah, blah. Where's the studies? Where's the numbers? I know numbers can be fudged. I can guarantee it because the mind, put yourself in the position. You telling yourself, oh, I feel like I'm a girl, right? But you have this big shaft, right? And then now, in order to make you a female, they peel back the big shaft and do a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, stuffing and sewing and everything. And you got to stick something in there. And you have to do it for a year. And then you have to pack the wound. And guess what? The wound is the his and the. That doesn't feel like a female. I've never had to deal with these kind of things before, right? So, yeah, no, they never feel like it. They just won't tell you that. And some of them just have to deal with it, right? You know, some of them, God bless them. Hopefully they don't hurt themselves or others. But, you know, because America's not having a real discussion about this, we are allowing this disorder to take over the lives of these people, right? We're not helping them, okay? I'm not sitting here saying, listen, if an adult really wants to try this, that's their business. But at the same time, there should be a full reality-based conversation with these people. There should be. A lot of them, 90% of them, don't even get to feel the big O afterwards. Can you imagine? Even if they, you know, try it with themselves, they're not going to feel it. Do they tell them this? No. Some of them, they use their intestinal tract to make it. And so they have to smell like crap every day. These are the discussions that they don't have. And now, as a medical professional, this is why, in the name of God, one day, I know I'm not going to last long in the medical world. Because they say that's conversion therapy if you give that. And that's a federal offense. I hate this administration. All right. So, yeah. So, you know, but this fool tells you that they're being hunted. You know, this is a problem. And then also too, like what she goes into in this is she says that, you know, that Republicans are making hateful bills. That's very dangerous to put targets on the backs. Y'all see the borderline personality. I did not mean to unfollow Donald Trump Jr. What the hell is going on? Oh, all right. Okay. Look at that. This is borderline personality. I wish this was my son. I would beat I would come home from work and be like, I saw you on the news. Yeah, they had you on it. Yeah, they said you. Hold on a second. This, God forgive me. Like, look, I mean, hey, and these are the kind of parents that man, my father would have been like, excuse me, what? I'd have been like, you need to tell me I picked up a double. I'm trying to get you whatever you need and make sure you never have to struggle. And this is what you cut school to embarrass me like this, right? This is what you do. Get out. Since you're an adult now and you read the legislation that you know that you're protesting. Of course, I wouldn't kick my kid out, but I would scare them and make them think that I was kicking them out. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. I appreciate y'all. I do. These kids don't know. And they get them when they're so emotional and young. But my generation we just didn't, I don't know, man. Like we didn't. But when we were all young, like we thought like Democrat was the way, right? But they're using you. I just want to make sure that I got everything out about that situation. So at the end of the day, where's the manifesto? We don't know where the manifesto is. I haven't seen the manifesto. So I don't know what's going on, but there's no manifesto. So there's that. So I'm gonna come back on the screen real quick. I'm gonna read a little bit of the chat. You guys, thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. Because something else. Okay, traditions, you going on. All right, I'm gonna see what's up, because I'm not gonna be necessarily on here too long. Somebody tried to get into. Oh, my brother. I keep forgetting he tried to send me something. I want to know if they told some guy they were dating if they were originally a man. That could really trigger a man if he finds extra parts he didn't expect. Knucking futs. You're absolutely right. So I'm glad you bring that up. There is a term in this community because I've been watching that I Am Jazz show. It's called going stealth. And what that means is that they don't tell the other person that they were born biologically man or woman. They just keep going and they keep what they do is they basically lie. So some of them they go stealth, right? So they hide too. Like, yeah, I went stealth. I don't normally do that. No, you do, but you're making a video about it. I went stealth. He didn't know. He didn't know. And I was there. I was doing my thing. I was being a good. That's how they be in the videos. Like, you know what? Whatever, right? Like, we gonna have a little fun with it. They be like talking like, yeah, because I was like twerking. I was like, getting it like, and I'm like this, you know, because I was like, I was being my authentic self. I was being a girl like, what y'all think? We twerk all day long, like we twerk, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me make breakfast, fry these eggs, like what? Is that what y'all think we do? Is that what we do? You know? So yeah, so she was twerking and you know, and she went stealth. She went home with the bull. She gave him a blowy, and God, I hope y'all children are not watching this. But it didn't go any further, and he didn't know. There has to be a word for this. Men, I suggest y'all wake up. Please understand it. Like, y'all better get something in legislation about this, because the person who I watched Nightmare Neil on this channel, he calls it the big R. And that is the big R, because you are not getting consent. You don't know. You're just putting a person in a position that they didn't know. They're not consenting to. Terrible. I remember when politicians condemned, and rightly so, genital mutilation. Remember that, Salty Butterbags? You are so right. They did do that. They did condemn genital mutilation in Africa. And now today, we're peeling back. Wow. Knucking Futz said they used to tell anyone the risk of any cosmetic surgery, yet they won't tell most the risk of changing their. Absolutely. And I want to again make it clear, it is not, they need to stop calling it sex change surgery. It's not. It's reconstructive surgery. Call it that. Reconstructive surgery that you will have to maintain for the rest of your life. Absolutely. And I wish I had elected to put a wound on my body that I have to pay attention to for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if you had your life saved, and it's like, yeah, I have to always have this colostomy bag. That's different. But you elected. Okay. I voted for Obama 08, Hillary in 2016. I've done a complete 180 interval. Yes, by 2020, I did the same 180. We're gonna talk about that though. You know I'm about to get there. We are gonna talk about that. Have fishing with extra baggage. I don't mean to twerk. I'm just wishing those eggs, whisking those, right, whisking those eggs, right? Like that's not like they, and that's why it really is. Like, a lot of men are saying like this is woman facing. It is. Because then you get like a Dylan Mulvaney, like, oh my God, like, I'm a Kate Spade, come with me, and we're gonna try this on it. Oh my God, I'm in the, like, what? I don't act like that. Me and my girlfriends don't act like that. We don't. We're just chill, because we don't have to go through. What's up, Hypnotic? We don't have to go through a bunch of extraness to prove our womanhood. We never thought about it, because we're women. There's days where I don't feel like dressing up. I throw some sweats on and some Jordans. I'm still a girl, right? It never dawned on me to care that much, but all of a sudden they said that it's a lot, you know what I mean? Like if you saying natural born woman is all of a sudden this big threat to people. So much so that Aretha Franklin's song, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, the whoever spokesperson for this community is saying that's offensive to them. I don't like that song. Natural woman. I should play it, you know? Yes, I feel like a natural woman. I never cared though. I didn't. But and then they say stuff like even the girl Jazz, she's like, she does look like a girl. I can't help it. But until you keep looking. Oh, trans girls are the same thing. You know, straight men, you can talk to us trans girls. You know, all of a sudden when it's me, you guys don't want to hug me. And trans girls are just like regular. No, you're not. You're not. Stop it. You're not. Stop it. Okay? I don't care what Rachel Richard Levine is telling you. Y'all not the same. Y'all not. And that's why when Matt Walsh went off, you know, when Matt Walsh went off and said about Dylan Mulvaney, you're a weird person in limbo. Everybody, oh, that was so mean. He's not gonna get anybody to, he's not gonna get anybody to be part of the conservative community if he keeps talking like. I don't think y'all get it. Like, first of all, the people who really like deeply into this, they're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop. They're not trying to be all of a sudden in the conservative community. Secondly, he didn't say anything wrong. It is an assessment. It is a weird limbo spot. It is. It simply is. It is. We have to start speaking in reality. You know what I'm saying? We do have to start speaking in reality. Real men learn skills, examples, gunsmithing, concrete, masonry, framing, plumbing, basic computer repair, riding and saddling horses. Yeah. Yeah. But and women can't do what men do. They can't. I just seen this video of a guy trying to fix. He was doing something on the roof with his orders, water coming down, and he's fixing some pipe. And I'm like, I've never been that girl to say I can do exactly what a man's about. I'm not going out there to do it. I'll share it with you guys. So, all right, guys. So, I could go on forever about this, but the fact is, here's the thing, right? Like, so these people have twisted what the reality is. Like I said, transgender, whatever, it's trans, and we used to call them transvestites. What happened to that? I'm an 80s baby, 90s child. They were called transvestites. Anyway, they've been around for a long time, and nobody thought twice about it. But that's what happens too with the live and let live. Now they're coming after the kids. And so that's what made everybody wake up. When you have to tell kids, well, you can be more than one gender. No. Teach them how colors and how to say their ABCs. That's it. We'll look at some articles, though. Was Matt Walsh mean? Sure, but what has being nice led to? Yeah, and to be honest, that's why I say in this channel, we're going to make the inconvenient truth great again, because it's inconvenient to hear the truth. But we've been denying it for too long, clearly. So, guys, please, I'm loving the definitely loving the live, the chat. You guys are like, it looks like a good time on the chat. Really appreciating the chat. Y'all, please don't forget to hit the like button. And to real quick, like there was. And it's not lost on me that it's a bunch of white people here too. Like, let's have this real quick discussion. Let's just have the discussion, because there was another part of this that, hold on. Let me put Nashville capital. There was another part of this that right. So always a bunch of women. Let's just be protect trans kids. Protect trans kids. Protect trans kids. Protect trans kids. It just makes me want to fight everybody. So I'm back on it again, right? It makes me want to fight them. What do you mean protect trans kids? Why? Let them let children get indoctrinated first and groomed to make a decision that they know nothing about. Hock them on hormones that act as roids, hike up the rage in them, and then slice them up. How is that protection? Women are terrible. Let me just be very clear. Women are terrible. Unless we have control over our emotions, or for me, I answer to God, so that's where my integrity comes from. So I'll never take it too far. Women need to be checked immediately. Like it's really making me want to wonder, where in history did we lose it? You know what I mean? That we went off the deep end. This is going off the deep end.
Protect trans kids.
Look at this big
Protect trans kids. Protect trans kids.
That's the girl.
Protect trans
That's the girl. And I can always tell.
Protect trans
That's
kids.
a woman. So now she's in a weird limbo. Absolutely extraordinary.
Protect trans kids.
And then there's a simp with his wife.
Protect trans kids.
Men, I need y'all to stop. And like I said, oh God, they
Protect trans kids. 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 Protect
every last one of these.
trans kids.
He doesn't want to go on a diet. Neither does she. She knows about ugly. He's a simp. Her husband is cheating on her. I could go on all day. They all got a problem at home. They do. Listen, hey, I just told y'all my contract ended. I got a lot to figure out. It would be easy for me to go save something, right? It would be easy for me to not pay attention to my own issues and just say, I'm gonna go march, right? Oh man. But there was a particular video where I had to say I was very disappointed in white men. I am. Doggone it. Yeah, it's like it was like out here at the Capitol. It was, of course, there's a bunch of women, but there was like men walking around. Like, you see white men. So here, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm disappointed in white men. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. Okay, y'all have no business being there. Y'all don't, because all of this fighting for gun control and protect trans kids. If I need y'all to stop this, I do. I really do. People are asking the question, why is it that it's a bunch of white kids that are like getting into this trans movement? And I've said on this channel, and I read somebody else's comment who said, it's because nobody wants to be the oppressor. Okay. A lot of these white kids are being told that you're innately bad because you were born white. First of all, nobody has the right to ever tell you that by any color that you're born, by any race, whatever. Okay. I don't like racism in any form. And this is kids that we're talking about, and they get them at a very vulnerable age. Now imagine, right? But here's the thing, when it comes to the victimhood community, right? In the line of secession of wokeism, the new woke, because this is what the woke is now. I don't even use that word. Okay. So they go by like, all right, of course you got non-whites, black, whatever, Spanish, everybody but Asians. I don't know where Asians fit in the mold though. I will say, I don't know. I don't even, this marks this line. And then you have women, they're a victim community because, women, we don't get equal pay. We're not equal, whatever. And then of course you have like, so you're okay even if you're a white woman, well, you could be just like a liberal woman, and everybody's coming after you for your reproductive rights, right? So you have something to fight for. So of course we have the LGBTQ. So of course, so then when you go to white straight male, there's nothing in the victimhood card. Now, you should not want anything in a victimhood card. Okay, you should never want anything like that. You should never want to look at yourself as a victim. And I've been there, right? But you should never want to look at yourself as a victim, And for me, I say, God made you. So you made by the Almighty God, like you're a child of God. No human should ever be able to oppress you in any fashion. But white males don't want to be the oppressor. So what do they become? They either become the ally, because like this boy right here, he's not going to become, he's not going to go trans. Okay, so he's going to become the ally. He's going to march. Of course, he's going to listen to his wife, so he's going to march. Or they become trans, because they're being told that they're innately bad because of how they were born. And that's not right. That's not right, because the mainstream media is telling them everything. We talked about this on my channel. Okay, so we talked about it, but it's not right. It's not right. And I need y'all white men to be standing up for that two-way, like I too, right? I mean, because, like, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Who's going to stand up first? Who is it? It's going to be them first. Like, yes, and other men will follow suit. I know a lot of black men who will stand up. The Black Panthers knew about their two-way. But what I'm saying is, when I first heard it said, this was 2020 when everybody was shutting down their businesses. Everybody was like, there was one person who said, you guys are crazy. Don't shut down your business. The government can't tell you to shut down your business. The government works for you. And I never thought about it like that until Graham Allen had to say that to me. And I was like, damn, that's so true. We do elect them. They do work for us. Our tax money pays for them. I need white men to start, like, really just lean into your whiteness. It's okay, right? Because what they call whiteness today is really just being an individual who's strong-minded. Look at this, end gun violence. How? Well, what? By taking the pew-pew from a law-abiding citizen? No. I don't care what they call y'all, racist, misogynist, bigot, whatever. Be you. Be you. That's how I feel about it. Because let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Who knows about liberty, fighting for liberty? We learn it from white people first. We do. And I think that's a great thing. And I have no problem saying it. I don't. Because the communism is crazy that's getting ready to happen here. All right. I think I'm done with that, guys. Casey, you already know my plans. That's Morgan. What's up, Morgan? I wish I was born in Japan, though. Sage. What's up? Everybody hit the like button. All right, we're going to move on, because I didn't mean to even stay as long on this, but like I said, I just felt like I had to say that part because, man, I don't like the divisiveness. I don't like what's been going on. I don't like the purposeful demonization of a group of people, and especially calling them white supremacists. Like, stop it. I already told you on this channel, white supremacist simply means a person who does not listen to the government. Simply that. And I don't buy into anybody being supreme over me. Once you believe in white supremacy, you believe that somebody is supreme over you. That is a huge sin. All right, now let's go ahead and get back to, let's move on, change the subject to a white supremacist. No, to my boy. Hold on. I just want to share my mug with you guys for a second. Yes, it does. It says, y'all see it? I'm a Trump girl. Get over it. Yes, I am. Thank you. Yes, I am. I'm an absolute Trump girl. Yes, I am. And I can't stop being a Trump girl. Because every time I turn around, they coming for my boy, man. I don't know, man. I'm feeling some type of way. And if you would have told me in 2016 that I would have been saying that I'm a Trump girl, I'd have been like, you're crazy. No, he's racist. But no, I am a Trump girl all day. Hold on. So I know y'all heard that they're trying to indict Donald. No, they did indict Donald Trump. And anybody with sense knows that this is just wrong, okay? So, all right, to talk about the indictment, guys. What's up, community? Got the hell yeah going on. To talk about the indictment, they were coming up with like 34 different, cases. I got to read over the cases. You can indict anybody for anything. So you can slice up a situation and say that, okay, they're trying to say that Trump gave hush money to some prostitute or something called Stormy Daniels. Okay. Now they can say he gave the money. He lied about his campaign funds. He used campaign funds. He lied about his business money. He lied about the accounting. And so now they're trying to parse a bunch of stuff out on an allegation, by the way, that has already been cleared by the Federal Election Commission. When Donald Trump went to go run for president in 2016, they already went through all his background. They went through all of this stuff, and they realized the FEC said, they were like, you know what? There's nothing here. You're good. His attorney, y'all have to remind me of Trump's attorney's name. I cannot remember that name. I don't know why. Michael Cohen? I think so. So many people. He gave the girl the money. And he's saying that Trump directed him to give. Listen, I don't know. Okay. But hush money. Let's pretend for a second this is real. That effectively puts a lot of people in jail immediately. Who hasn't told somebody here, shut up? Who hasn't arbitrated a court case? This is not, you know how many people have settled and things like that? Like, where are we going with this? But what's even better is that the statute of limitations on this case is gone. But what's even better is, as usual, you have an NSer, you have an SR somewhere that's trying to, I'm going to get Donald Trump. Okay. So here we go. But even on CNN, you had this man here saying that, this is a bit much. It's a bit much.
Talked openly about CNN appearances by Alvin Bragg running for office, saying, I will target Donald Trump. I mean, that is not something to gloss over lightly. That is an upside down world of criminal justice where we don't follow evidence. We don't act judiciously as prosecutors. And I was a prosecutor for 27 years. Okay, so I have some background on this. You've got people that announce politically they're going to target an individual. That is not the rule of law. That is not what this country was built upon. We've got to.
And he's absolutely right. I feel like, this is stuff that you see like in Haiti. I'm so sincere. That's why I keep trying to tell people, like, please, like, it is important that we pay attention to this stuff. Y'all do not want to get into real banana republic living. You do not. You don't. Salty butter bags. I remember Alan Dershowitz said, I can indict a ham sandwich if I wanted to. You're absolutely right. And he did say that. And Alan Dershowitz, who is not even a Trump fan, said, I'm at the point where I'm ready to vote for him because what they're doing now with the law is very criminal. They are weaponizing the law against their political opponents. This does affect the American people because they effectively saying, like, y'all, like, look, here, let me just say this, okay? People say, oh, this is just a distraction. God, I hate when people say that. It's just a distraction. This country right now has so much going on that I don't even think they're wasting time with distractions. We literally have a lot of situations going on, right? So there's no need for distractions. You just have to know how to multitask. And I can do that. I can think about this trans legislation going on, Trump being indicted, BRICS, the money getting ready to be toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? CBDC on the way. But I could think about all of this stuff. The more, the Restrict Act that they're trying to pretend that they're going to ban TikTok because they want to save you, right? When all the while I was like, this is just either an act of war or something else, but they're trying to basically do a digital Patriot Act on you, right? We can, guys, trust me, this is not a distraction. It's just part of the anarchy. It's just part of the anarchy. Okay? That's all. We just have to keep up with it. Write it down if you have to. But it's part of the anarchy. This has never been done. So I hate when people minimize it to a distraction. No. My boy was out there, though. He was out there. I mean, he's saying what's up to the people who came to show him support, show him love. That's the man right there, Donald Trump. I don't care how I sound. Yes, I would have been out there screaming too. Listen, let me tell you something, okay? Like, serious. No, matter of fact, let me share something with you. All right. And first off, here you go. This is this guy.
Trump are politically motivated.
No comment.
Mr. President, do you think that the charges against?
Of course, he has no comment. He better run. He has no comment. How is this man still? The laptop. They protected this puppet. Crazy. Salty butter bags, if they can do that to him, imagine what they can do to you. Absolutely. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into it. And that's the part that people need to understand. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's not just, oh, you're doing this for Trump. Like, no, this affects everybody. It does. But he put out this video.
Durham probe into the Russia collusion hoax.
President Trump has just been impeached on both Article 1
the only president of the United States to be impeached for a second
January
time.
6th committee releasing its final 845-page report.
Former President Donald Trump has been indicted.
Remember this, nothing worth doing ever came easy. Following your convictions means you must be willing to face criticism from those who lack the same courage to do what is right. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead.
This is a party that wants an outsider badly.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
You must keep pushing forward. Never, ever give up. There'll be times in your life you'll want to quit, you'll want to go home. I can't do it. I can't do it. Just never quit. You will build a future where we have the courage to chase our dreams no matter what the cynics and the doubters have to say. You will have the confidence to speak the hopes in your hearts and to express the love that stirs your souls. And you will have the faith to replace a broken establishment with a government that serves and protects the people. They're not coming after me, they're coming after you. I'm just standing in their way. And I always will stand in their way.
I'm sorry. I just, like, honest to God, like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not sorry. But, like, I get chills. Listen, I do. All right. Number one, right? Okay. First, let me just answer a couple things. Yes, Nancy Pelosi tweet. He has to prove his innocence. Innocence to what? The FEC, they already cleared him about whatever it is that they're trying to get him for. These people are just, oh my God. And the statute of limitations has run out. But it scares me because these people will make up lies, man. It does scare me. The sooner you realize our elected officials are installed and votes manipulated by the intelligence branch, the better. Yeah, Morgan, I believe in God, though. So, like, I do think, though, that we can't just sit back and just all the time go straight to that, because it's an excuse to sit back and just let things happen. So, you know what I mean? And anytime my pastor that I listen to, 7 Days Event is a very meek and meek, not weak, but very conservative people who don't get rah-rah, anytime he's saying, like, guys, I know the prophecies that are happening, and I know that a lot of this stuff is meant to be, but that doesn't mean that you don't fight for liberty here. Like, yes, our home is in heaven, but you still fight for liberty here. We cannot, like, all the time have an excuse for something. Yeah, installed or not, I like this one that they installed. How about that? Like, I'm sorry, but I do. I do. And I'm mad because I didn't enjoy it for the whole 4 years. You know what I mean? Like, no. I know you do, Morgan. I do. But it's just like I've been seeing a lot of that kind of talk. I'm not saying it's you, but it's just I've been seeing a lot of it on Twitter where everybody's just like, they don't care about you. Trump doesn't care about you. Trump, I don't need Trump to love me, but damn, I liked it when, we were drilling oil at home and, when we weren't letting 5 million people into our country and being invaded. I kind of like that stuff. I do. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I know. That's how we know the Trump mug shot. Yeah, make merch. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Nah, I'm definitely gonna rock me my Trump mug shot. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I'm actually proud of it. That's a mug shot I think people should be proud of, because the man did not do anything. So that they're going after him. They're going after him. And Nancy does need to sit down, Cindy. You're absolutely right. She does. And but I'll never forget when she said, by any means necessary, Donald Trump will not serve a second term. And when I heard her say that, I said, that man's not serving a second term. Excuse me. That was back in 2020. Please excuse me. But no, Morgan, I do appreciate your comment. I do appreciate it. It's just because you reminded me of something other people were saying. I get chills at this video because I gotta see, look at the comparison.
Trump are politically motivated. Mr. President, do you think that the charge...
He doesn't say anything, we have this guy that we are still pretending is fully functional. And then you hear a speech like this, and it's like, it does give you chills. I have been to a Trump rally, and it's just, especially after listening to Biden fight through his dentures to say anything. And you go to a Trump rally and you listen to Donald Trump just keep on talking and talking. And I'm like, dang, like it does. It gives you chills. It does. And I've never felt that way about a president. But what is the big deal? Because like Obama didn't necessarily give me chills, but I was hype. I'm not going to front. I did vote for him 2 times and I was hype. I didn't know that he was the biggest liar. You know, he charmed me with the hoping to change, you know, that he was bombing everything, whatever, right? He put a lot of, you know, he really wiggled the aid in a lot of other countries when it came to the LGBT thing. Told them, if you don't get rid of your anti-LGBT laws, I'm not giving you our money. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. Obama's a bad man, a very bad man. But, you know, he, but I did vote for him twice. This was before I knew everything. But, and again, it's different with him and his foreign policy. I was good into it. His foreign policy is so good because he has his braggadocious way of him. Of course, 80-20, you know, a lot of people say, oh, he shouldn't have killed Soleimani. He shouldn't have had him killed. But I know Iraqis, people who from Iraq who tell me like that was the best thing he ever did. So I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not from Iraq, you know, I don't know. But 80-20, you know, we weren't in the brink of nuclear war. They said he was going to bring World War III. He didn't. Even though he was tough with the trade wars, but he had to be, he was thinking about America first. I've heard that man say in speeches, you know, saying that American taxpayers are getting a raw deal with NATO. I mean, you know, again, drilling at home. Our borders were a lot more secure than they are now. Of course, a lot of people still get in, but goodness gracious, we are wide open. We are wide open. People are contacting the Senate and telling them that we can't control this anymore. We are under an invasion. So please excuse me if I don't, you know, for me, there's no other option for me. Now, if he does not win the primary, which I can't see happening, of course, I'm going to vote for whatever other Republicans at least gets a little bit out of it. That foreign policy was real. And then they messed around with Trump with that Russia collusion stuff. So it was a collusion. It was a lie. It was a lie. They know it was a lie. Here we go.
Collusion. Trump, Russian metal collusion. Trump, Russia, possible collusion.
Trump, Russian, potentially collusion.
Trump, Russia, possible collusion.
Trump, Russian, possible collusion.
Trump, Russian, collusion. Trump, Russia, Russian collusion. Trump, Russia, possible collusion. Trump, Russian, possible collusion. Russian collusion.
Trump, Russian, possible collusion.
Trump, Russian, possible collusion. Trump, Russian collusion.
Collusion with the Russians. Trump, Russia, possible collusion. Trump, Russia, possible collusion.
Trump, Russia, possible collusion.
Trump, Russia, possible collusion.
Trump, Russia, possible collusion.
Trump, Russia, possible collusion. Trump, Russia, possible collusion.
Trump, Russia, potential collusion. Trump, Russia, potential collusion.
And the Kremlin and be in collusion with Putin. And the Kremlin and be in collusion and Putin. And the Kremlin and be in collusion. 17 agencies.
17 of our intelligence agencies have confirmed our intelligence.
17 intelligence.
And that's all we had to keep hearing was Trump, Russia, possible collusion. And I remember, I believe that stupid collusion story, of course, because that's all I heard about. And they try to impeach that man over and over again. I mean, my God, like it was just like it was just too much. Like, even to the point when they tried to impeach him that one time, and I was like, why are we still trying to impeach Donald Trump? There's an election coming up. Just get rid of him that way. I still wasn't a Trumper yet, you know, but the Russia collusion, they went and started spying on that man based on a Steele dossier that we know that Hillary Clinton's campaign paid for. I mean, absolutely insane what they did with the FISA courts. I've watched a documentary on this called The Plot to Take Down the President. I mean, it goes into everything meticulously. It is absolutely extraordinary the way they've spied on that man, and then they lied. Not only did they mess up with that Russia collusion for the fact of like what they did to him, but they absolutely fractured our relations with Russia. Trump was trying to work with Russia. He wanted to work with Russia and have a Russia summit to, you know, get the resources together. That's what you do. It's happening now anyway without us, right? And everybody stopped them. They stopped him. We could have been in big places right now. We definitely wouldn't be looking at our money getting ready to be toilet paper. It's just absolute. I mean, I just don't even know what else to say, but absolutely extraordinary what they did and why it was always going to be a uni-party effort to get rid of Donald Trump. Absolutely. Absolutely. That beat was tight though, wasn't it? That beat was a good. I remember when the stars, I lost all respect. Afterwards, I lost respect for these people. I'm like, what? Look.
They interfered in the presidential election in sweeping and systematic fashion.
They hacked emails, spread lies on social media,
and made hundreds of contacts with the Trump campaign.
All as a part of a massive covert operation
to help Donald Trump become president.
In May 2017, the Department of Justice appointed former FBI Director Robert Mueller as a special counsel
to investigate connections
this guy's in love with
between Russia and the Trump campaign.
Mueller delivered his report on March 22nd, and it contains the most damning evidence ever compiled against a sitting U.S. president.
Yet, virtually no one has read it.
And before the report,
she's right about that though. Nobody did read the evidence because they told you that, you know, Alan Schiff said he saw it. He said, but you don't got to see it. I saw it. It's just absolutely crazy. They had these stupid people. We all remember the famous Russia collusion claims a few months ago. The Washington Post finally admitted that nothing Russia did impacted the 2016 elections. You see what I'm saying? The lie lived for 6 years, though, and costed millions with the time wasted in sham investigations. And then you got this is why I look at even the entertainment community. I look at them like so differently because why were y'all that much like? Why were y'all so concerned? It makes you really wonder about Epstein's list. It really does. I wonder how well this is Jeremy. What's up, Jeremy Aberson coming through? I wonder how well he would have on that issue, better than the current, no doubt, but it was a pretty bad weakness of his as well. You know, I know, Jeremy, I know, right? I do look at him and sometimes I'm like, how you let this happen? How you let this happen? But then there's another part of me that says like, imagine, you know, we know a lot right now because of him. Or maybe I do, right? But Obama wasn't going inside and then coming out and telling us what they were doing in there, but he did. So today we know, like, I think Trump's first term, and this was said about any president, right? They always say a president's first term is like their tryout term. They're not going to be the greatest. It's the second term when you get to really see who they are. I've heard that before Trump was becoming president. You know, I've heard that about all presidents, right? That's true. Bill Clinton, Obama, yeah. Because you have to, it's like orientation. You know, you learn on a job. And I believe that Trump's first term definitely was like, I mean, he was in a whole nother world. It was different for him. He wasn't a politician. This is not an excuse necessarily. Because I remember Colonel Douglas McGregor said that he told I think either he told Donald Trump or somebody else told Donald Trump, they said, you know, when you go in there, or did they say this to, I always forget the story, to John F. Kennedy. Either way, they might have both got the same advice. When you go in, you need to be a butcher and you need to get rid of everybody. And they said, if you can't do it, you need to hire somebody who can do it. And a lot of presidents, I don't think, do it in their first term. I don't think that they realize that they need to do it. I don't think he realized until the very end how many people were really against him in that cabinet. You know, it's a big that it's a lot of people working in the federal department. You know, you had his own generals and they lied to him too. Like, I remember this. Now, by this point, I was like, I think I had already voted. What am I saying? Is it December or something? December, November. He found out that his generals lied to him. He was trying to get the troops out of Syria. Donald Trump wanted them troops out of Syria. And they told, hey, what's up, Red Sings the Blues? They told, Trump said, I want to get the troops out. Let's say there was like 100 troops there, right? They told him, well, so he was like, you know, like, I'm going to take out 50 troops. And they were like, no, but we actually only have 30. Oh, we only have 30? Yeah. Oh, okay. But not knowing that there's probably somebody else that you need to get in touch with or whatever, you know? And then it wasn't until like later on they laughed about it. These generals, they made like interviews laughing about it. So, yeah, we lied to him. So he finally went off and he started firing them. And I remember the headlines that came out. Trump is losing his mind because he's leaving. Because he's leaving, now he's firing everybody. I remember those headlines, and I'm like, no, they lied to him. And he's like, now he's realizing like, yo, I gotta cut heads off. It was too late though. It was too late, right? And Colonel Douglas McGregor was finally assigned to his like foreign affairs advisory board. He was his like one of his advisors finally, but like in November 2020. And so he was coming through. He said I was coming through with like letters like, all right, we're going to get these troops out. We're going to do this. We're going to do. Colonel Douglas McGregor is like, if I ever became president, he would be my vice president. Like the man gets it. Like he's an American patriot who understands that America digs their nose into foreign affairs a little too much and they do it the wrong way. He has a perfect balance. So he was trying to get troops out. He was trying to write the right letters to get the right troops out, all that. And they were giving him a hard time. And he was like, this is coming from the commander in chief. And they were giving him a hard time, So I definitely know that second term, though, he would have came in like a bat out of hell, like, yo, everybody got to go. Because I know that's what I would do. I think that if Trump gets a second term, he should probably get rid of even the secret. Seriously. He would need a new Secret Service. I would not trust anybody around me unless I brought you in. Like Kash Patel, Colonel Douglas McGregor, like I said, like for me, I'm really Nunez, what's his name? Mark Nunez. Is it David? Yeah. People like Matt Gaetz, they would be like, I can't think of too many other people. Y'all hit that like button. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. So, but we know that now. We know that the Trump presidency has really pulled back all the dirtiness of stuff that we knew. Like a lot of that stuff we knew, but it's like, man, you see it now, clear as day, that there really is a thick swamp in there. So now I don't know. The second time around, I don't know if I feel like, and I'm gonna say this only one time because I don't want to, get caught up on YouTube, but that swamp is getting so thick. It's going to have to be us to remove them. Okay. So y'all get that. Now to the point of, because I'm going to wrap up all of this, but it was just a shame when you hear people say they can do it to you too. Have y'all heard the name Douglas Mackey? I just can't even believe this. This man, Douglas Mackey, New York City jury finds Douglas Mackey guilty in the first ever meme trial after making memes that disparaged Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election. Listen, use another word, that made fun of Hillary Clinton. He made a meme saying, hey, for Hillary voters, just text this number. Ha ha ha, joking. It's funny, right? And hold on, because there's another person who did the same thing, but she's not in trouble. Man, these people are telling you, like, they not, like, these people are something else. Come on now. And I know, ooh. First of all, that sets a bad precedent. But yeah, here we go. So Douglas Mackey was found guilty of a federal crime he was charged with by the DOJ. This is now coming from the Joe Biden DOJ. They are weaponizing the DOJ. Yes, that's why it is important to pay attention to what's going on, because they can do it to you. This is just a simple, okay, so he made this thing. I'm with her. Go Hillary. Avoid the line. Vote from home. Text, blah, 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 right? Yo, back in the day, we used to play around. We did. And this girl did the same thing too. Hey, Trump supporters, skip poll lines, election 2016 and text your vote. Text votes are legit. This girl went off and said that they're legit. She's not. Did they bring her up for on trial? But it's okay, right? It's okay, right? Because she was doing that to Trump voters. They want to make it very clear to you, okay, if you're not voting with them, if you're not with this establishment, you can go to jail. I've said this on this channel before. I'm trying not to be so heavy tonight, but it's just always something. And then Greg Price says the First Amendment, as we know, it died today. This is a completely outrageous decision by a jury in Brooklyn to send this man to jail for tweeting a meme. We are truly living in a third world banana republic, and they know where to go to get these. They go right to Brooklyn. I can guarantee you that there probably was one white man on the jury. Okay, the rest of them was. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. Brooklyn. Okay. Mark Houck. I talked to you guys about Mark Houck. Mark Houck is another one. Hold on.
Door, and the doorbell's rung like 30 times or something. It just keeps ringing. Well, I said, well, who is it? And they said, it's the FBI.
On September 23rd, 2022, Mark Houck's children awoke to FBI agents banging on their front door.
I was scared and I looked out the window. There was a lot of police there. And I saw guns pointing at me and Daddy.
They were all the way lined down my driveway, and I had agents on my porch with long guns.
I was shaking.
All right, so because this is 11 minutes long, right? So they showed up to arrest this man because 2 years prior, he was outside praying for women who was getting ready to have abortions. Some kook activist got in his face and got in his son's face, like, your dad is XYZ, he's a bad guy, whatever, and he's getting in his son's face. So he pushed the guy like, yo, back up off my kid. Okay. The local courts threw it out. The local district courts were like, we're not going to, this guy has no rap sheet. We're not doing anything. We're tossing it. Biden's DOJ came through, reopened the case, and they went in guns blazing to get this. Like, what is going on? Like, guns blazing in Bucks County to come get this man. Okay. He beat the case, thank God. He was looking at 11 years for shoving a kook out of his son's face. Any one of us would do it. Y'all. Okay? So, a comment you said, I was going to say, there's a lot of people that still don't know. I try to talk about this stuff with normies and they look at me like it's conspiracy theories. Yes, I'm trying to actually work on an episode to break down the Russia collusion story in 5 minutes, to start sharing that with people. People don't get it. Like, listen, I get it. The media did a good job. They did do a good job with Trump because they did an amazing job, because there's still a lot of people who don't get it. And they don't understand that today that everything that is happening is by design. The inflation that we're dealing with, that carton of eggs that's $8 is not supposed to be that. But because now we already were in a high deficit, I'm just going to say this part fast, but Joe Biden hyperinflated stuff by still giving out free money, then stop producing in this country too. Okay. Caused supply chain issues with mandates. We stopped drilling our own oil. We are the highest exporter of oil still, but we get it from we import it and then we export it out. While your gas prices, $3.50, $3.95 is not normal. It's supposed to be somewhere around $2.40. See, I was petty. As soon as Joe Biden came into office, I started watching everything that he was doing. Okay, all of that invasion going on at the southern border, that's going into your inflation. The proxy war that we're in with Russia, the hot war, as far as I'm concerned, we pay for it. When people say my tax dollars, forget it. No, it's getting paid for through inflation. Okay. And then the dollar's getting ready to collapse. So there's that. And then the last thing, add the CDC to that too. And the FDA. This ban them all. The CDC is a big mafia. Trust me, as a nurse, I'm telling you, the CDC is a big mafia. Okay. Family targeted for wrong thing, thought criminal. I often wonder how would George Washington handle this situation. I'll get banned from social media if I answer that one. Hey, the same way that I want to handle it, right? It makes you like that. It does. It really does. So this is what's happening. And at the end of the day, so to wrap up like all the hot and heavy stuff, for some reason this week people were paying attention to BRICS. I don't know what happened. Like, y'all know, if y'all been on this channel, hit the like button too, guys. Thank you for coming through. If y'all been on this channel, y'all know I've been talking about BRICS since last year. I had to find the old video that I made when I first found out about BRICS. I was just like stunned. BRICS been out since 2001, but like they're going heavy hardcore. Everybody's tired of America, especially with Joe Biden. They don't want to be doing diplomacy with Joe Biden. They're done with it. And it didn't have to go this far. Again, like I said, Trump was trying to work with Russia. Russia's one of the countries in BRICS. He was trying. There was no reason why we couldn't all just build our resources, stay under control. But if you get crazy, I have a defense, strong defense to get in your face. What would have been so hard about that? And then America could still be, you know, look, I'm not going to sit here and act like if the American hegemony was about real patriotism, freedom of speech, defending the Constitution, heck yeah, we should be number one. But all the while, under our noses, it's been about insanity, borderline personality disorder, who you sleeping with, Marxism, victimhood. No, that's not America. People don't flee their countries to come here for that. They flee their countries to come here for freedom. And I know people, oh, we're not free. I don't know what all that means. I'm doing pretty good over here in the name of God. But, you know, you can start a business here. You can't do that in other countries. You need to know a senator in order to start that business. So, you know, yeah, you know what I mean? And so BRICS, once they, you know, make the dollar toilet paper, they want this stuff. And CBDC is on its way. We talk about Fed now on this channel. It's a lot with this money stuff. You guys just get a good group of people around you, because there's always a solution. You know, my friends are learning how to grow things, barter systems, have your supplies. I do say stuff like that. Yeah. Good people around you. Start looking at, you know, somebody was telling me that ammunition is a good way to invest in. You know, I mean, these are things that we have to think about, because they are going to happen. They are going to happen. And if we are blessed enough to get a good enough president who's going to come in and, you know, kind of get some of this back in order, it's going to take a while, because they're going to drive this thing down to the ground before they give it to anybody else, you know? It's just covert communism. It's been covert. So people always look, and let me just say this. I've seen people say on Twitter, like, how's this communism? Because we're not like Russia, we're not like China with their communism and this, that, and the third. Yeah, nah. They went through the Marxist route. They came to your emotions first. Like I try to explain to people, they said you all have a common enemy, and that common enemy is the patriarchy, the white patriarchy. And what does that symbolize? People who have values. Now, again, I tell you, if you have values, you are that, right? You should have never capitulated to this kind of like, yeah, the white man is bad, because now it's like, yeah, well, we're all against that. And then now you have Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, all this confusion. We need more legislation. Take away the guns. And this is how they go around the Constitution, or they label you, who will talk the way I'm talking, right? And they'll say, this whole live is record of me being a domestic terrorist. I showed you that before last year. Go back and look at the catalog. We talked about this. Okay, it's just that I'm not going to sit here and I'm going to talk, right? So I'm not saying anything wrong. I think all people should have the right to live, defend themselves, and live as happily as they can, right? I want goodness for everybody, but because I'm not doing it the government's way, I'm a problem. Anyway, but it's all good though. It's all good. God is still in control. He is, because he's waking us up. He's waking me up. He woke me up. I'm so glad he did, you know, but that's how they get it. So now when you see, like, this is what happened. It's not the ACLU, the Southern, one of these daggone things that always talking about the rights of minorities and stuff. And they said that they wanted white supremacy to be dealt with. And they asked Joe Biden to deal with white supremacy, right? And then Joe Biden puts out his manifesto about paying attention to the domestic terrorists at home. And when they went back and read and saw that everything on there was basically what normies do, they said, hey, wait a second, this couldn't get a lot of Black people in jail. That's why you, but don't you get it? You're supposed to live in free liberty. You're not supposed to ask the government to help you. What is so hard to understand about that? What is it? So you asked the government for help, and they said, okay, we're going to write this up. And then they found out, like, oh, wait a minute. There's a lot of Black people who wouldn't, like, take the jab and probably speak against it. It's a lot of Black people who are not into transgender stuff. It is. And they probably would say something about that. Hey, wait a second. There's a lot of Black people who don't trust the government because of slavery. They could go to jail for saying that. Yeah, fool. You trying to go around the Constitution. Stop it. Oh, God. You know, I do have a Rumble. I do. So everything syncs back to my Rumble, but I really do need to push my Rumble. But the thing about YouTube, my catalog is on Rumble, so it's safe there. So if ever one day it, let me just, you know what? Let me find a Rumble. But if ever one day I go back and, you know, I come back and this channel's gone, I can actually get on Rumble and still have my stuff. But I really do need to promote that because when that day does come, I have to make sure that I'm able to get in touch with y'all and tell y'all like, yo, go find me over at Rumble, because this was, you know, I'm messed up. Like they got me, because one day that day is gonna come. You know, now we have a new person on. I'm just trying to find my videos. I have 435 likes. I never go on Rumble. That's a damn shame. Yeah, they're like all videos. There we go. Let me just find one of my videos. So when I find one of my videos, I'm gonna put it on the chat, so then y'all can connect to my Rumble, because I really do need to. I need to come on. Sorry, y'all. I hate when I do this. I need to. What is it that I need to do? I need to promote this Rumble even more, because I have to get my website together. So the day that I come and the YouTube is gone, like I said, we have a new boss now on YouTube, and I already know what's up, man. I already know that day is gonna come, so I could at least be like, y'all go to the Rumble because the YouTube is gone. But I try to catch people on YouTube because, you know, like I'm trying to get the word out. Like, yo, the America that you think you live in, like, you know what I mean? It's either going away or it's not what you think. I'm putting it in the chat right now. Yeah, because YouTube would take us out at some point. Yeah, they will. This guy, he's not messing around. He's not gonna mess around. We got it. And I'm sorry, I have to keep it real. Indians are very, yeah, I mean, listen, I ain't got no beef with Indians, but y'all know, because look, I had a lot of Indian friends, and they said their parents were real strict. They are really strict, you know. So all of that, we're protecting. No, excuse me. All of that Constitution, free speech, liberalism and stuff, they're not with that. You see what the guy at Twitter was saying? He was like, he was like, we're, you know, we have to still watch people's free speech and all this stuff. Yeah, I think it was the Southern Poverty Law Center. I can't remember, but it was just still the point that we all are labeled domestic terrorists. I mean, I know I am. So. We stop playing around like that. But I mean, that's what they were labeling me. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and let's calm that part down. So just to wrap everything up, I'm gonna also be writing on Substack. My first publication will be coming out next Sunday, because a lot of the prophecies that they talk about, we're seeing them happen, right? But on this channel, I clearly, I'm not afraid to say that I believe in God, but I don't push the hardcore, you know, the hardcore stuff on this channel. So, but I made like an introductory thing about it, my last video. So that's where I'm going to be more going into scriptures and kind of talking about what I'm seeing and, you know, like what it's looking like to me. I'm not a prophet, but I do want to share that side of it, but I'm not going to just bombard this channel with it. So, cause I get it, you know, but to end off everything, let's look at some good news, okay? So we're gonna end off with some good news. I swore I had a better video for this, but we'll just. It's always there he is.
Mr. Andrew Tate and his brother released from prison to house arrest. Let's listen in.
Vorbiți mai tare. În continuu am așteptat și ne-am rugat pentru această decizie.
All right, so let me find out, because there was another one. The Tate brothers were finally released today. They go home on some sort of observation. Andrew Tate, my body is in jail. Okay, this was March 1st. I'm trying to find a video where he was like, oh, come on. There was a video where he was like, I was out.
Andrew.
Freedom. I hate everything.
It's good.
Mashallah, brother. Mashallah. Mashallah. It's a little bit emotional. I've been in one room since last year, so it's a little bit emotional. I want to give respect, firstly, to the judges who heard us today, because they were very attentive and they listened to us and they let us free. So I have to give absolute respect to them. I have no resentment in my heart for the country of Romania or for anybody else. I just believe in the truth.
It was political, so.
I believe in God, and I think that the fire of truth will eventually destroy all lies, and anybody who lies on a long enough time frame will feel the sting of regret, and I believe in this.
Yeah, sure.
I truly believe that justice will be served in the end. There is 0% chance of me being found guilty of something I have not done. I maintain my absolute innocence, and I think most people understand this, and I look forward to being home. So thank you very much, everybody. What are your plans for the next days then? When I was in jail, I did 7,417 push-ups. I would like to get to 10,000 before the end of the weekend. So
I make 10,000 already.
I will focus on the push-ups.
You're
and I will read the Quran.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. That's what's up, man. I was talking about this on this channel. I was God, I forgot what I was gonna look up. I'm so mad. Oh yeah, all of a sudden, most base freaking account on Twitter. I know how that sounds. I know how that sounds. Like, it's not funny. The Taliban has a public relations department, y'all. Please, I have no choice but to share it with you guys. These people, I don't even know what else to say. What timeline am I in when I'm like reading the Taliban's public relations department? And can you imagine the Taliban was on Twitter for so long and Donald Trump wasn't allowed to be, but they said, if Sheikh Trump chooses to seek refuge in our glorious nation, we will grant him complete freedom to operate from the Tora Bora Mountains. We are certain that the lefty gangsters will dispatch drones to find him. He could end up being our, oh my God, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not reading the rest. I'm not. But this is terrible, by the way. Free Assange now. It is not right. Yeah, this account said they tweeted something about Andrew Tate and how it was wrong, how they were in jail, and then all of a sudden the next day they were free. They're saying, they had said before, they were like, I don't think it's a coincidence. That's what they said. I don't know. But anyway, but the thing is, this account has a lot of information on it. So yeah, I do follow this account. Sorry, I can't help it. Yeah, and I'm not sorry. Like, it is what it is. Like, what am I supposed to do? Okay, so half of that story with 9/11, I don't even know anymore sometimes. But anyway, Saudi Arabia offers its price to normalize relations with Israel. This is crazy. The Saudi crown prince is seeking a civilian nuclear program and security assurances from President Biden, a steep price for an agreement long sought by Israel. I don't even know. I don't know. Right now in the Middle East, everybody, the peace in the Middle East is happening. It was supposed to be given to us by Donald Trump, but we have a feckless old man as president. And so China's orchestrating peace in the Middle East, although I don't know what all this is. I guess Israel is now sitting duck, though, because Israel and Iran don't get along. So the Saudis and Iran, they starting to have rapprochement. They talking. So it's like Israel's kind of looking like, uh-oh, I don't know. And so I guess that's what he's saying, to ensure a peace. He wants all this extra stuff. So I don't know. But to go back real quick about Syria, Trump wanted to get the troops out of Syria. They made him, he didn't. Now the troops that are in Syria are sitting there like sitting ducks too, because everybody's having rapprochement. They're coming and talking, and it's all against America. And that's why you see Iran, all of a sudden they said Iran's drones hit troops, in Syria. I don't know what to believe. There's a lot going on over there. I have to read more about it and unpack it next week. Okay, because I don't like giving half information. So there's that. But anyway, to go back to the Tate brothers, I'm so happy that they're out. Men, y'all need to be careful with the kind of women that y'all are dealing with, because these women out here are not playing around. They will destroy your life. Okay, they will. They really will. Okay, even if you hug them, they might destroy your life. I'm so sincere. So that's why I was always about the whole Tate situation. Listen, whatever he says, however he acts, that's one thing. I know how brokenhearted women act. Okay, we're coming to the end of the live. I just want to see something's been going on with Tyrese. I think he played himself. Let's
slid
see.
in the DMs.
Yeah.
We linked up.
He wasn't my type at all. My type was actually Paul Walker, rest in peace. But he wasn't my type at all. And my type is not white. I'm just saying I was more interested in
touch me.
Paul and every Fast and Furious.
Don't touch me.
And even when I met him, I was like,
don't
he's
touch
kind of old.
Oh my God.
I just like his smile. It's pretty cool.
This went
His
really
personality,
bad.
his personality
This
was,
just went really bad, really fast.
his personality was okay, but
I'm getting off live.
He didn't understand the Instagram model thing, so he would always talk down.
So
on
you wanted the
Instagram
homie.
models.
You didn't want me.
I never said I wanted the homie. I just said he's cuter.
You said I'm old.
You know all this already.
My
I
mouth is
wasn't your
dropped.
type either. So relax. And yeah, so now we're here. It's like an actual somewhat of a love story, which is crazy because I didn't know that
Yeah, I'm done. No, don't touch me.
Don't put on this.
Yo, she just dragged that man for no damn. That's crazy how like he. Oh God, y'all been hearing about this like all week, but I never got a chance to see. Yo, she just dragged his whole like manhood like through a grinder, like through a cheese grater, dog. Like, what was that? Oh my God, Tyrese. Oh, when he's getting the short end. That Tyrese video was awful. Like disrespectful as F. Y'all are going off. Talk about embarrassing. OMG has not to be touched. The double standard. Yo, is that what was going on? Oh my God. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, why they always do Tyrese like that? Oh my, she was like, yeah, I like Paul Walker, even though I don't like white men, but I'd rather have any white man than you. Like, and you were old. And yo, what would y'all do? He about to be single. No, but he's not. He probably still with her. He's not gonna leave her. I mean, nobody really wants Tyrese after that whole, like, you know, remember the whole, what more do you want from me? Like, remember? Like, so he was already, listen, man, Tyrese is already going after, he's not the same, always Coca-Cola. He's not the same guy from then. Even The Rock had dissed him at one point, was like, yo, man, you keep whining about something. Fast and the Furious. You talk about it's supposed to be family. It's not family. I don't know. They had a beef going on. Oh my God, Tyrese is all like, he is like the butt of the joke all the time. That's not safe. Oh my God, yo, that is, I needed that. You know, I think that's a great wrap up, right? I think that's a great wrap up. A little laugh. I mean, hey, like, like Tyrese forever, like, yo, I might have to like make a straight video about what I just saw here, and then bring up the golden oldies of Tyrese. Oh my gosh. It's not worth it, y'all. Just be single. It's not worth it. It's not. At this point, you know what I mean? Like, come on. No woman should have the right to do you like, bro. Oh, all right. Okay. So at the end of the day, All right, so we wrapping up, you guys. Oh my God, thank y'all for coming. I knew this was gonna happen. I had so much fun on this live because at first I was like, I don't even know if I really want to go live tonight, and I was like kind of not sure. And then someone was like, Casey, yeah, already made it, yeah, already set it up, so go ahead and go live, and I bet you're gonna end up having a good time. And I did. I really enjoyed this chat. Was fun. I think we all needed that. I think that's a good way to decompress, is to, this discussion, right? The weekend is upon us. It's here. You guys enjoy the weekend. On this channel, though, real quick, I'm going to start doing my Thursday talks again. I will be bringing that back. Yes, Substack. I will have more information on that when I make the first publication. I'm going to be very nervous because, I like to write, but I don't know if I'm that good of a writer. But, whatever. I'm already talking myself down. No. But I'm going to give you guys the best quality that I'm going to give y'all the best quality product. Okay. I'm also trying to get different people on this channel. I'm trying to actually get a certain person on this channel that's going to make every community mad, every single community. I just sent that. I'm about to send the first email to that person. Every single community will be mad. I probably will need the Rumble afterwards because YouTube will probably wipe me out. I hope I can get this person though. I hope I can, because thank you, Metalopoly. Thank you. I hope I can get this person because this particular person, for some reason, everybody has something bad to say about, not even just that. Everybody's afraid of this person. As soon as this person goes on somebody's show, that person, the host of the show, thank you, Common Idiot. Thank you. The host of the show always apologized that person was there, So I want to have this person on because I'm not going to apologize, right? And anybody who watches my channel knows, it's the inconvenient truth. Now, maybe I want to debate that person about certain things or whatever. So I don't know, but I'm shooting high up or whatever, and I'm going to try to have this person on my channel. And love you too, Cindy. And I don't answer to communities, and like I said, it's just people. We should be able to debate people. If somebody's saying something we don't like, debate them. But you don't wipe them off the internet, especially when they're that young. So, and y'all probably know who I'm talking about. So I'm really going to try hard to get this person on my channel. I am because I don't like that kind of stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it works. Okay. All right. Other than that, you guys, thank you for coming through. I'll see you guys soon. Okay. You guys have a wonderful weekend. It was so fun. I'll have more videos out on Monday. You guys enjoy yourself. Enjoy life. Hug the ones you love. I'll see you guys soon.